Hello, my name is Hector Rubén Luna Martinez, and my team is with Maria Isabel Cisneros Jimenez. The topic that we review it is the effective language teachers and the curriculum. First of all, in this presentation, we are going to see the topic of effective language teachers. We are going to explain some characteristics that are given for being an effective language teacher, guided by some researchers, and then we are going to explain some possible gaps about these theories compared with reality. So basically what we're going to do is to contrast what theory says with the reality in the context that is in Mexico, in the states of Puebla, in the city of Puebla. And later we're going to move with the topic of curriculum. The concept of curriculum is going to be analyzed from different perspectives, taking into account several research, and as well as in effective language teacher, it's going to be contrast with theory with reality. We are going to provide some possible gaps on this topic, that is curriculum. So in the first one we have effective language teacher. Theory tell us that first of all we need to make differentiation about effective teacher and the effective language teacher, due to the fact that it is more complex to talk about a specific teacher and not only a teacher. So we are going to focus on a language teacher, more specifically in English teacher. So one of the concepts that was given by Demirose and Jesseljur, its teacher effectiveness is the capacity of a given teacher to lead their students to sustain achievement gains. This is only one concept from a variety of concepts that we have about effective language teacher. The other one says that effective teaching involves the ability to provide instruction that helps students to develop their knowledge, skills, and understandings intended by curriculum objectives. So that was given by Aitchison and Gold, and it was cited by Oikun. Taking all these concepts into account, we can review that they share some characteristics. For example, like that the teacher is going to lead students to sustain achievement gains, and the other one is that helps students to develop their knowledge, skills, and understandings that are more or less to say like the gains that we want students to achieve. But the second one tries to complement the first one by adding that it has to follow the curriculum objectives. However, authors have concluded that there is not a specific concept for defining an effective English teacher. This means that although there is research, authors cannot have a single concept for define a language teacher. So we are going to find all these concepts, and all of them are going to be different but with some similarities. In other words, an effective teacher can be identified based on the success of his or her students in learning the target language. In this case, that is English. For the second one, it says that an effective teacher is able to prompt the development of language proficiency of the students based on a given curriculum. Now we're going to move to the other slide, where I am going to give some indicators that researchers have found about that they are going to tell us what is a language teacher, and the indicators. It is going to be like a checklist in order to know if a language teacher possesses these indicators, and this is going to refer to an effective language teacher. It is worth to mention that these indicators were found by researchers that they lead research in their context. Demiros and Yesiljour were the researchers that provide this differentiation and also the classification of the indicators. The first one, it is about personality traits. The second one is about methods of delivering the lesson, and the third one is about level of foreign language. All the indicators that are in the slides were found by other researchers in their context. In personality traits, we can see that the first one says fairness to students by showing neither favoritism nor prejudice. In this one, students speak, and they mention that for them, because it is I forgot to tell that this was about teachers and students' perspectives. So from these perspectives, they could find these indicators. So the first one, it was about from students' perspective, that students say that an effective teacher is fair and they don't show favoritism. The second one is enthusiastic and lively. In here, both indicators, enthusiastic and lively, refers to someone that is going to take their class seriously, but also shows that the teacher is enjoying to teach in that certain time. Also, we find being kind and friendly. This is also from a student's perspective, that the teacher needs to show some kindness and also be friendly to students. The other one it's about humorous, and in here, well, it can be said that the teacher, an effective teacher, according to this, is a teacher that is serious all the time, but that shows humorous and personality. And finally, we can find rapport or interaction. As we said, from a student perspective, if you have a good interaction and you develop the rapport with your students, this is going to guide you to be an effective teacher. The cause is to generate the rapport, and the effect is that your students maybe are going to engage more with the class. On the other hand, we have the methods of delivering the lesson. In here we can find emphasizing all skills, especially speaking. It is worth to mention